G'day, welcome back. I'd especially like to welcome my new subscribers, and I hope you enjoy the content of my channel. If you missed the last video, there's a link up there now, and go watch that first. Now, if you watched the last one, I said I might make a video for a week or two, and it's only a week since I published that last one. But it has actually been 2 weeks since I've done a damn thing in this place. I got all my visa rubbish done last week, and I finally got to see the doctor yesterday. And I said to her, I think I might have found another melanoma, and she took one look at it and said, I think you're right. So next Tuesday I'm going to go and have it removed. She said we won't dilly-dally around with it this time, we'll just chop the damn thing out and then send it away and get it tested and make sure we got it all. But anyway, now that I've got through that, we'll go over to the bench and we'll check out what I want to do this week. Alrighty, now before I get on with this, something I forgot to mention there a moment ago. My wife told me a couple of weeks ago that immigration are on the hunt for foreigners, Falungs as they call us, working from home, and they are for the next 2 months going to be cruising through all the villages or gated housing estates like we live in, looking for foreigners that are working without a work permit illegally. So I'm going to have to take it very easy for the next 2 months, and I'm going to have to do things, if I do anything, it'll have to be very quietly, so that someone drives past. And when I say drives past, they have, immigration here have some BMWs with all sorts of computer gear and sensors mounted on the roof that they drive around looking for overstayers and all that sort of stuff, and they will pick it up if they drive past and hear noises they think they shouldn't be hearing. But anyway, so I'll get on with this. What I want to make is some more stuff for the mill. I don't have any adjustable what's the word for it, you know, stands to support things with, so I want to make up a couple of those. I'm going to use this piece here. They'll be 40mm long, it's 85, so I've got a bit to play with, trim the ends and cut it or part it in half and everything, and then I'll use a piece of this for the top. I'll use a piece of this for a locking nut, and I might use a piece of that for another locking nut yet, or I might use a piece of this, because I haven't decided whether I'll use a piece of that or a piece of that or a piece of both to make it adjustable. Now I watched Matty from Matty's Workshop make one a while back, and his is a 2-stage, and I'm still toying with the idea of making it 2-stage. I don't know whether I need anything that high. So if I make this 40mm long, I should be able to get something that's about 75mm high all up, which might be high enough, it might not be. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Also, I'm going to give that 14x1 tap that I bought, a tap and die that I bought when I was making the rotary table, another whirl, and see if we can't make them cut properly, because they were just abysmal when I used them last time. So anyway, follow me over the lathe and we'll get into this part first. Alrighty, first thing you might notice, things are a bit brighter here. I've got a new light that my wife brought home for me, and it's way brighter than it used to be, new LED light. Secondly, you can see that it's 2 weeks since I did anything here. Look at the rust on this. So obviously that new bluing I'm using is not doing a fantastic job. So I questioned myself in the last video as to whether this would leave a better finish. It was completely squared up to the job, so, and I didn't try it, so I'll try it now. I just want to clean this up. I don't want to turn it down much. Zero out that X. Well, that was making a bit more noise than I would have liked, and it looked, that finish looked a lot better as it was turning than it does now, but all the same. Might improve with a bit of oil. I might do what I was going to do, and before I started, and drill and centre that. Well, that's not too bad. I kind of like that. Should polish up nicely. Problem is, the bit in here where it looks the best is going to get turned down. But anyway, but I think I'll stop using this because it won't be much good for what I want to do. What I want to leave, so 40mm, I want to leave about 15mm or so on the bottom here, and then turn the rest down to 20mm. This will take a little while, so I'll bring you back when I'm a bit closer. Alrighty, I've had a bit of a change of mind about what size I'm going to go down to here. I was going to go down to 20mm, but I'll have to take another 5mm off that, because that should be 25 now, or there we go, 24.8 that'll do. I was thinking 20 originally because I thought this was a piece of 20mm, but it's not, it's a piece of 1 inch, 25.4. So that will do me for that. I'll have 1.5 of these done. Chamfer this, and then I'll drill that out up to a bit past the centre, tidy it all up a bit, and then part it off. Alrighty, that's pretty damn hot, so I'm going to let it cool down, get down the road, get myself a nice coffee, and I'll come back, we'll drill this out. Alrighty, hopefully that thing's not swinging in the damn breeze anymore. Right, 14mm drill. Well, this little DC motor absolutely does not have the grunt that the washing machine motor had, because he used to handle that 14mm drill really well. Anyway, so now that that's done, I'll just chamfer that hole a little bit and polish this up, get ready to part it off, but I'll leave that till tomorrow. Alrighty, so while you guys weren't looking this afternoon, I polished that thing up and chamfered that hole, and I've just gone to get my cardboard parting tool out and discovered that that tip I broke in a recent video was the last one I had. Don't know how I didn't notice I didn't have any left, but I've got none left. So it's my homemade high-speed steel parting tool or nothing at all, and I just touched, I've sharpened it all up, got it nice and sharp, I hope. It's a long time since I parted steel with a high-speed steel parting tool. And I touched it up against it and it shuddered and it shaked and I didn't like it at all. But anyway, it's either this or the saw. Tempted to go to the saw with it, but anyway, we'll give it a go. Oh, Jesus. That's making so much noise. That is not good at all. I think I might pay a visit to the saw. Back in a second. Alrighty, I thought they'd be a little difficult to hang on to in the saw, but it wasn't too bad. I'm going to have to go and buy myself some more of those carbide tips, I think. Anyway, get on with this. Still feel that ripple in there. But I'm not going to chase it, leave well enough alone. Alright, so now while you're not looking, I'm going to machine up the other one. I've made the decision that I'm going to make one of these 2-stage and one of them a single stage, because my vice is not as high as the commercial milling vices. So if I make them both 2-stage, I might have one low enough to actually be able to use it. So I want to do one single stage and one 2-stage. Alrighty, so that's 2 finished, but it's lunchtime now, so I will and that is freaking red hot. I don't want to try and take it out. After lunch I'm going to machine up the 14mm pins to go up through the centre of these. Alrighty, so I didn't actually get back out of here yesterday afternoon due to a few different things. The main one being that I needed to finish modifying this button die holder, put a stem in there so I can use it on my new tailstock holder. But anyway, we'll get on with this. Well, that should by rights be about 15mm. 14.99 or yeah, 15.1. I want to go down to 14.3. Rightio, sanity check. 14.55. 14.3, bang on it. Bang on it. Righto. Now, 13.9 is what I should go down to for the threading, but I'm going to get down to 13.7, give it half a chance of cutting a decent thread. So I might zero that actually. Zero that. 14.3 is only 0.6, so 0.3. I want to go to 40 millimeters. I'll polish this bit here up a bit before we thread it. Alrighty, here goes nothing. I do believe that started. Damn camera's kind of in the way. This is going to be a long 40mm cut. I won't, I'll edit out trials and tribulations and just show you what I get in the end. Well, I don't mind telling you, that's taken forever and I'm pooped. Kind of looks alright and it feels alright. I'm going to be interested to see what that size this actually is now. 13.9. How the hell did it end up 13.9? Anyway, it must be partly cutting it and partly forming it, because it was bloody hard work, I've got to tell you. Alrighty, the last thing I want to do with that now is drill it and tap an M4 thread in the end here. Well, that ought to be far enough, I think. Alrighty, so I had a pretty late start this morning because I had a raging sore back, so we only got a massage before I started. But I actually found a parting tip yesterday. It wasn't looking hard enough, a carbide one. So when I finish lunch, I'll part that off and we'll make another one. Alrighty, that storm was pretty much gone, and I decided while it was still raging away I would make a start on these nuts because I wanted to check these threads, and I already have, and there's just a cock and a sock. It's just unbelievable, horrible things. I was hoping to get that off without a tip, but I didn't. Anyway, it's alright. Get rid of that burr out of there. Oh, God, drop the damn thing, it's gone under the lathe. Then that shits me, I just had a delivery guy show up at the gate with something from my wife. He has this nasty habit of ordering things, never telling me that it's just got something coming, and then they just go, yep, here, I want money. Unbelievable. It's just never home when they come. Alright, you go, yeah, that looks alright, so you go like this. I'll be interested to see how good it is down the bottom here, because most of the way up here I was completely undoing it to get rid of any swarfers in there to chew the thread up, and then the last probably that much I just kept blowing it out with the blowgun, but it's actually still crap thread, but it'll probably do. It'll do the job. Alrighty, so I've had enough for one day. My back's killing me again. So I think I'll part this other one, finish dressing it up, part it off in the morning, and get on with it. Oh yeah, you dirty bitch. Thought I broke that tip then, it doesn't look like it did. I think maybe it did. It did. Alrighty, so that's both of the pins and nuts done now. This one has an M8 thread in the end, and this is the 2-stage one, and this has got an M4 just to retain the cap on it. Oddly enough, this thread was a little easier to cut today. I don't know why. It was still hard work, but it was a bit easier. And this fits better than this does. But anyway, and oddly enough, check. I don't understand this. They were knurled. Both of these are knurled at the same time, but one knurl looks different to the other one. Anyway, shit happens. Alrighty, the latest version of my editing software has a new AI feature where I can block out background noises and things and not affect my vocals, because it splits them into different sound tracks and you can just turn them off or delete them. So I thought I'd give it a try and see how it works. Anyway, so that's that done now, and the only thing I've got left to do on this is I'm going to make another brass nut for a locking nut for here. So then all that's left is the 2 caps. And I need to mill some slots in the sides of these and drill and tap a couple of small holes for some rub screws in the bases, and then we'll be done. At this point in the video, I'd like to thank my patrons for the continued support. It's greatly appreciated. If you'd like to become a patron, there's a link down in the description. You can sign up down there and toss me a couple of dollars every month. If you don't want to become a patron, there's always Buy Me a Coffee, and there's a QR code on the screen there. You can scan that, or there's always that thanks button down there. Alrighty, if you're wondering what that's about, that's to help me line it up later when I want to cut a V in there in the mill. Right, that's both the caps done. Well, I marked that one across the front before, I didn't quite get centre, and it's about 0.3 of a millimetre out. So I'll have to adjust for that. Alrighty, sorry about it again. I don't know why it started out in focus and it just dropped out, and I actually nicked the top of that button head in there. It doesn't matter, and it is not quite on centre, but I don't suppose that matters much either. But anyway, that's that part done. Alrighty, that was the last thing to do, so follow me over the bench and we'll put these things together and have a look at them. Alrighty, bloody raining again. Just before we get on with this, a couple of things. I had that suspect melanoma cut out this morning, so I'll find out in a week or so whether that's what it was or not. And I got a little gift in the mail today. I don't know who, those of you who follow the Rustanox channel, if you don't, you really should, because it's a great channel. I never miss his videos. He made something a while back and he had a little giveaway, and I'd forgotten all about the fact that I had actually won something that he made, and it showed up in the mail today. So there it is, something he made, an adjustable parallel, which is something, in all honesty, I don't think I'd even attempt to make. But he's got some gear that I don't have. So that's another tool I have for the mill now. Thank you very much, Rusty, it's much appreciated. Alrighty, now to get on with these. Now I was saying I didn't really know why these threads were such, these 14x1 threads were such rubbish. So while I was down at the bolt shop, I bought another 14x1 nut, because I want to see, is it the nut or is it the nut? Is it the tap or is it the die nut? Well, this nut, this commercially produced nut, fits that thread pretty well, so it must be the tap, because these nuts are just like dead set cotton on a sock. But anyway, they'll do the job. So that slot was to fit a little grub screw in there, which is that last thing I did. Stops them falling apart, you don't lose the bloody things. This one is a two-stage one, and I've made this one fixed at the top, so that it's easier to screw that in and out. I did toy with the idea of making a big nut like this one, so that when that's all the way up here, it's not going to make it too difficult to, what's going on there? Just do that grub screw a bit tight. There we go. I still don't want to go all the way down. What's going on there? Alright, bit of a burr in there, in the bottom, obviously. Whoa. Alright, that's better, I've got it loose. But that'll sit up there like that. So this one will extend out quite a long way. And I don't know I'll ever really have a use for that, but better to have it than not have it. This one, I've made it so that, actually I want to Loctite that on, might as well do that now. If I've got any left. I meant to ask them down the bolt shop the other day if they sold this stuff. And I forgot all about it. But talking to the lady in the shop, she's been having treatment for her cancer as well. So I was talking to her and I forgot all about it. Alright, so I backed it off just a little. So a little freewheel. Oh no, because I want that one to be able to spin freely. No, I don't. That's ridiculous. I don't need that. Righto, now I've put a chamfer in here, and that came from something that Matty from Matty's workshop said when he was doing his, and it's not something that I would have thought. And that was if you've got a rough, uneven surface you're trying to jack up, you can put a ball bearing in there and jack off the ball bearing, so you're only sitting on a point there, which I thought was a pretty good idea. So I've set it up to use it that way. But anyway, that was this has been a pretty long-winded job, because in all there are 10 parts in that, and it's taken me quite a while. Pretty happy with the finish on these things, but the one thing about these damn highly polished stuff like that is, you know, they get that slippery. I keep dropping them on the floor and damaging the damn things, and I have to fix all the damage up. But anyway, that's them. There they are. I hope you enjoyed watching me make that, and if you did, give it a great big thumbs up, and I'll see you all whenever I see you next. Bye bye.